just finishing up my sawing over there, and it attempted to rain. Came down a pretty good little shower for a minute or two. So I closed everything up, covered everything up, and went in and had my sausage and eggs, and sat back in the chair about noon and took a little nap. I'm ready to go again. I had one of Bonnie's chocolate chip breads just now, just finishing that up, and I got those big shorter round pieces over there now to start slabbing them up. So that's the next project, but plenty of time for that, so I think I might get set up and get a little bit done. And kind of windy for out for a walk, kind of noisy, but might take advantage and get a little hike in before the weather really changes. It's only gone up to about 75 degrees today. I thought that front might be here when it started to rain, but it's been really pleasant so far. So I'll finish up my chocolate and continue my day. On second thought, I think it's too hot to be cutting. Not with that cool weather we got coming, so breezy or not, I think I'm gonna put on my hiking shoes and go for a walk. It's been a good half day. I got a lot of work done. Time to goof off. My local bear that's walking this beaver dam is sure making his presence known. He got some scratch marks there that's 6 feet in the air, so he's reaching up there a ways. Oh my gosh, would you look at that? We gotta look, just a second, we gotta look at that on the big screen. Yes, dear, that outfit does make your butt look big. Yes, we've had a visitor right smack dab in front of the trail cam. Kind of hot for that walk, so we had some iced tea on ice back here. Saved for times such as this. Now this is what we expected at Martin's cabin. The heat wave's over. Big front came through last night. And it took a while to kind of build up and come, but boy, when she come rolling through here. I came to the door because over to the west there must have been a little microburst over there, and all I could hear was some trees crashing, and the ones I could see were doing such a wave, and I grabbed the camera, and about that time this happened over in our new cabin. I didn't get it coming down, but I heard it come. Got a real storm blowing through here. Oh, look at the new cabin. It got its first hit. Well, that wind only blew that way for probably a minute or two, but damage was done, and then we got really good rain. Probably got a ½ inch of rain in the next 20 minutes. And then throughout the night, it kind of just came a little lower, so I had to come out at some point and start getting out of my big bucket over there. And I don't know, I got 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, I picked up 30 gallon of water off that 8/10 of an inch, which works out to about what it is. Usually a tenth of water coming off that, a tenth of an inch of rain coming off that gutter will give me 5 gallon of water. So I might have missed a little bit in the big gushes, but no water crisis anymore. And we've got next couple of days we're supposed to have some passing showers, so I'll accumulate a little more, but I think the major thing's over. A little less than an inch of rain, that farmers are going to not be able to farm for days because it's going to be cool and just no drying whatsoever. But my road out there shouldn't be too bad a shape. With as dry as it was and just less than an inch of rain on it, I think within a week I'll probably be able to bring the car back in if I need to. Finishing up my last cup of coffee. It's so nice. Woke up this morning to 50 degrees, which, you know, it was dropping down to 55 and 60 at night, even in the heat wave. But today now, I think 55 is as high as we're going. Tomorrow, 45 might be as high as we're going. And there could be some frost on the pumpkin Sunday morning if the wind goes down and the clouds pull out. So, not that I want frost, because up in this country, that, you know, it's warm enough. There's a lot of strawberries and a lot of different berries they're in bloom. And when you get a frost on those, it cuts out the berry production. Well, then the wildlife, and especially the bears, they have a terrible time come fall. So, like that big brood on that last film with the butt on that big black bear, it must have had plenty of food last summer and didn't lean down much over the winter. But boy, that was something. So, finished my coffee yesterday, and I got these logs kind of prepped over here. I've cut a bunch of floorboards for the porch, 7 feet 4 inches long. I'll start slabbing them up, and I got I got 4 logs that are full 7 feet 4 inches. I got a few that are 4 inches shorter, but if I need them, I'll use them. We can make that work with some spots where some of the logs protrude. We don't need the full length. So, well, finish up here and get to work. This is the weather I've been waiting for. I'll take this all day long when I'm at the cabin. The bugs a few have arrived, but not much at all. And I think now with this cool, they won't be out either. So I'm stretching into 11, 12 days straight here with no bugs in the spring. Can't complain about that. more big log over there to take that first cut off of, using the ladder to get the smooth cut. And it's just a matter of just going along with the Granberg mill, and settings all the same. These will be 2 1/4 inches for the floor of the deck boards of the outside porch. These will be some nice wide ones in there. I'll be gaining almost a foot at a time, so I'll do all the smaller ones, and then I'm going to save. I might save one of the big ones here because I might be able to make some. If I don't need it for floorboards, I might be squaring it off and making some, I don't know, maybe some 8x4s or something to put next to the windows and doors for uprights. Anyway, I'll just kind of keep track of how many linear feet or square feet, or anyway, whatever I need for my deck. Save the rest for timbers. How the weather has changed. Saturday morning, I don't know, probably about the 17th of May maybe. Woke up this morning, the outside thermometer said it was 36 degrees Fahrenheit. And if it clears off tonight, unfortunately there's probably going to be that pretty hard frost. It's all going to be dependent on whether the clouds move away and what the wind does, but with this morning being 36 and then a high today of like mid-40s Fahrenheit, I'm enjoying the cold weather. I got to tell you that though. I've been waiting. Before it finally cooled down yesterday, I only started a fire one time in the first 12 days of early May. Well, that's unbelievable because usually the wood stove is just kind of perking along low all the time. But in that effort to keep the cabin as cool as I could, I never dared have one. I'd leave it extra cold in the morning and just try to control the heat. And I was fortunate, I think, through that whole thing. I don't think it ever got over 82 degrees in the cabin. And so that was really good, trying to go to sleep at night. There wasn't and plus, again, it was dry. It wasn't humid until that last day when it was actually in the mid-80s. It was actually more uncomfortable because the humidity kicked up. So today's plan is done. When the coffee's all done, I'm going to get this cabin straightened out. I got so many leftover groceries from last fall's work party on this back bench back here. I got to sort that out, get it inventoried for what we'll have for next year, and get some things put away and get it spiffed up. Not that I'm expecting any company, but I like to try to keep it neat when I'm here. But I just get so much stuff in here is the problem. So we'll get working on that as soon as this is gone. Been such a drizzly day outside. Never really a drizzle, just really light rain. Every time that I'm getting all cleaned up here anyway, get things put away and straightened out. And then every time I think about going outside, I look out there and there's a snow squall going on almost. So it's like 42 degrees. It must be coming down from the upper atmospheres, but I think we're going to be pretty cold tonight. I was cutting these logs up down on the ground just to save picking them up, but I'll cut a few of them. I'll cut a few more slabs off. Some of them are really heavy down low, but otherwise the rest of them are light enough that I can pick them up and get them up about 30 inches in the air, so I don't have to bend over so much with that Granberg apparatus. Now I just have to lower this down to where it'll make a 2 1/4 inch slab. markings are right here on the bar, so it makes that very convenient and nice. Now, since I got these tops all taken off, I'll be able to leave that set right at 2 1/4. I'll be able to process a lot of planks off of here without having to do anything but take the saw out of there and go over and sharpen it up every once in a while. It's been a day of just a kind of a light mist going on, so last whatever it was, couple of days here of not any real rain. We got about 8/10 that first night, and then of all those little drizzle and spitting. You see, we picked up 2 more tenths, so we're up to 1 inch of moisture, which is really good. That's a good amount. Not going to complain about that. There we go. Ground venison. Hash browns. Sorting out that food, I found some pea pods that were dried, so got those boiling up. Didn't have anything else to put on that hamburger, so I just sprinkled some pepper and salt on it. That's been working out pretty good. So, a few minutes here, I'll have a nice feast. Whoa. It's hot. Bed after a lazy day.